Thank you. Well, I had a naked breakup. I was dating this woman who came back into town and called me from the airport and said, I need to come see you, which I thought meant that we were going to have sex. And so she arrived at my house and I was naked waiting for her. And I did the east-west. And immediately she looked at me and said, we need to talk. And I knew what was happening. And then this breakup begins, and the whole time I was trying to listen to what she was saying, but all I kept thinking is, I need to write this down. This is hilarious. Just look away so I can write this down. And now I've brought it onto the silver screen so all the world can join in my humiliation. Yeah, no, I wanted to put it at the beginning of the movie because I think that when you go into a romantic comedy, one of the pitfalls is that you kind of know what's going to happen. There is a formula for romantic comedies, and I think that's part of why some men are reticent to go to romantic comedies with their girlfriends because they find them boring and predictable. And so right when this film starts, we make it clear that there's not going to be anything predictable about it.
How was it?
Predictable.
I thought it was great. I had a great time. I was just, happy to be here and a part of the film that I was proud of and excited to work on. And, I didn't have any nudity, so I was okay.
Yeah, why don't no girl nudity? I mean,
yeah, Jason.
I don't mind, but hey.
Yeah. You know what? I actually have an answer for that. I find that female nudity is not funny at all. Female nudity is, you stop in your tracks and are now, your brain switches into sexy mode. You're looking at this thing sexually. Whereas male nudity I find inherently funny. The male anatomy is not particularly attractive.
No, I mean, it's different. Yeah, it's not like, ooh, there's some sexy manhood there in front of me.
Yeah, in 80s movies, there would be the obligatory boob shot. Somewhere someone would take their shirt off for no reason.
What's wrong about that?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know, man. I just think...
It's not funny. It's kind of like, I think everybody's so, used to it that it's almost not, it's just there. Nobody even cares.
We've built up a boob immunity in the culture.
People are immune to boobies.
Well, that wasn't the goal with this, although I must say, Judd will happily admit, it has been his goal to have leading man male nudity for a long time, because no one had really done it in a comedy. And he's also been slowly undressing me on screen for 10 years. It started with Freaks and Geeks, he had me in just a little Speedo. And then on Undeclared, he had me in a towel. And then on Knocked Up, he had me naked, but I'm covering myself. And now he's finally achieved his goal of...
Full frontal.
Full frontal. Yes, we've had many talks about it. He made me, funny enough, he made me show it to him before he agreed to let me do the nudity to make sure that it was normal.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
Are you a capo?
I wouldn't say I'm the consigliere. I'd say that that's more, Seth Rogen might be the consigliere.
Would you be like Pussy? From The Sopranos.
How dare you? How dare you, madam? Yes.
What does that make you?
Can we go to the next question, please?
Well, I think that one of the things Judd is smart about is that people are over comedies that aren't rooted in some reality. And when I was writing the script, Judd said to me, I want you to feel comfortable turning in a drama as the first draft. Don't worry about putting in big, hilarious set comedy pieces. We will make this movie funny. That's what we do. The important thing, the thing that people will relate to and will make it successful is if it's something that's universal and something that's true, because comedy on top of that is where the recipe really comes together. Otherwise, it's just you know what? You know what it is, my friend? It's a souffle that's just going to fall.
Oh, souffle.
Yeah.
Did you prepare this one, or?
That was good. That was new. No, that was definitely new.
I had not heard it for 3 days.
I've heard it for 3 days. That is definitely the first time I've heard souffle falling, and now I really want a souffle. I think absolutely. I think they're very even. I mean, it's Judd works with a certain group of people, and there's women in it. I think it's a misconception that he doesn't use women. He does, in fact, and so. No, I think it's actually very even keel. It's hard to come into a group of people that have worked together for 10 years that you don't know, that have a strong bond, male or female. But they, welcomed Chris and I with open arms, so I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah,
Coming from TV, no, it doesn't change. The way that they do comedy and the way that I was used to doing comedy, two very different ways, completely different fields.
What's the best? What's better?
Just different. I don't think that there's one that's better than the other. One is just scripted and revised and after revision, and the other one is free for all, and you hope something sticks. I mean, they're two just completely different ways of making comedies. Oh,
Sure, let's see if you can do the voice first. Ready? We'll start with, it's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better.
It's getting kind of hard to believe things are gonna get better.
And now we gotta do the laugh.
I know it, Mila does it.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
The other thing you have
I
to
already
do
did it once.
is you have to bring in a little bit of the Gary Oldman, the kind of whispery, I've been drowning too long to believe that the tide's going to turn.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it.
I'm
Your
not
turn.
gonna do it.
You just totally
I've been running too long with him.
Yeah, but you gotta keep your face normal, mate.